Three girls watching TV shows, and some of it's good and some of it blows. And when we finish the movies, yeah, we need a scotch, and we turn to each other and say, what did we just watch? And we're live.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to the pod. It's lovely to see you guys.
Thank you. It's lovely to see
Thanks.
you too.
Why are you being so weird? I just wanted you to know.
No, it's nice. I just was
We love
taken
you
aback.
too.
I love you. Just surprised.
So let's tell them a little background on what we thought this episode was going to be about. So, you know, famous rapper B.O.B., Airplanes fame, Nothing on You, Magic, is a flat earther. And that's like common knowledge, basically, I feel like.
It wasn't for me, but I feel like for a lot of like people who are more into the space, they like knew that B.O.B. was a flat earther. This was a recent discovery for me, which prompted me to want to do this as our episode.
His Wikipedia page lists him as like a rapper, musician, and conspiracy theorist. Is what
So
we just found
Wikipedia
out.
knows, and Wikipedia never lies.
True.
So he has a song about
Called Flatline.
Flatline, and it was about flat Earth, and we're like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if we like talk about this music video? And then Emily looked up what the music video actually represents, and it was bad.
It was the
Yeah.
lyrics. The lyrics were something that we don't feel like we could support and should support and broadcast. Cause
more
it's
sinister
just-
and beyond just
thinking the
silly
Earth is just a
conspiracy
flat
theory of
thing.
flat Earth.
yeah, I was like, oh haha, it'll be like silly, but it was a little too much for us. So
Yeah.
good news, I have always like 3 or 4 cringe TikToks on deck. So we're gonna we've already watched these, disclaimer, but we're gonna watch them again, and this time you guys will be here. So
So you can see our real faces and
our real
reactions.
faces and reactions.
And they're so horrifying that I will probably react with the same level of emotion I did the first time.
I honestly forgot about it because we watched it like 30 minutes to an hour ago, so
Yeah.
it'll probably be really genuine.
Yeah, so this is our first one. The person's at is that Martin Kid. So we'll be watching his we could say art, honestly. We'll be watching his performance. Unlike the other TikToks we're about to talk about today, I think it's important to note that this one is satire.
It is?
Yeah, this one's
It's
absolutely
always
satire.
hard to know.
Yeah, it really
But
is.
it's like hard. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Sorry, I needed to do that again because I didn't share the sound. So here we go. Okay.
There's my silly little baka. Wait, no. I'm angry at you. If you want me to stop being angry, you have to give me lots of cuddles and kisses, and it'll all be better.
It's the fact that I already told them this, but it's the fact that I literally got flashbacks to anime club in high school that like this video triggered me in a way where I like repressed all of this. Like,
Did people actually talk like that?
yes, that's why we got
no.
bullied. We got bullied because they would
real
talk like
life?
that. Yes, I'm like not kidding.
Why?
Because they love anime. I really don't know. I don't know.
I guess I'm just not educated on this.
No, I mean like
Anime
it's kind
world.
of. I feel like like now that I'm older, I know that like it's like cultural appropriation in the like in a horrible way. You know, like they don't really. They're just like being like quirky and weird, but like not respecting the culture in a sense
Yeah.
that they're watching. But yeah, people would talk like that, and I'd be like.
Oh,
I mean, I would
God.
respond to them fine, but in my
Right.
brain, I would be like, "Oh God,
Ugh.
this
Yeah.
is."
I would not know how to react to that if it was presented to me in real life.
Something that stuck out to me was when he said Anki. It kind of reminded me of a Kiana Wilkerson phrase. When she gets a little hungry,
Get a little
she'll
hungry.
she'll say hunky.
Mm.
And that really took me to that. Also, one of my exes would be like, I'm Ango instead of
It's just the fact that I know which ex you're talking about. I'm just like
Yeah.
disgusted.
It's wishing I didn't know that for me. I wish I didn't.
That like video is him. Like it's literally him.
Yeah.
Like, and I would be like, no, I'm actually.
I'm good.
Why don't we use communication
The
instead?
baby
And
talk actually doesn't do it for me.
he'd be like,
Thanks,
oh,
though.
I'm Ango, and I'm
Baby
like,
talk is only funny when you're intentionally making it funny. It's not cute.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. It just gives me like very much anime club, very much first relationship vibes, like middle school relationship vibes. You know.
Yeah.
I think I think we could tell it was satire from the tear at the end. Like I felt like that one was the one that kind of let you know.
It's like a full blown tear too. Like that was pretty good. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what he was thinking or like put an eye drop in his eye, but it was like a pretty authentic like tear. I
It
feel like
looked real.
His
Yeah.
eyes were watery, so I feel like it was real. For audio
maybe he was
listeners,
that angy.
he wasn't getting any cuddles or kisses.
Ugh.
He for audio listeners, at the end of this lovely TikTok, there's just a tear streaming down his face. So that kind of let me know that it wasn't real.
I like that it was just like or at least is how it seemed to me. It was just like a photo pasted at the end of him with a tear. Like it wasn't a continuation of the video as far as I could tell.
No.
It was also very sudden. I don't really know how it fit into the narrative
Yeah.
of like being angy and wanting cuddles, you know?
He didn't get cuddles.
And then the tear happened.
And he said everything will be all better.
Checks out to
and
me.
we can infer, me showing this to my second grade class to teach about inferring, we can infer from this video that he didn't get kisses or cuddles, so everything was not better. And that was kind of the aftermath.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I also want to point out that I am a lover of anime and like everyone knows this. But it's just that my experience of anime club in high school was kind of bad. So now I avoid like anime clubs because I'm like, I don't maybe need to do that with my life. But I love anime, so there's no hate to people who watch it or anything. Just
Sounds
that.
a little hating to me.
Yes. I don't want to seem like a gatekeeper. I'm not.
No, that's fair. Should we rate this on the cringe scale? Let's rate it like 1 is no cringe and 10 is this. I can't believe that I watched this.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
it's out of
say
10.
an 8 because it made me
8. Oh, 'cause it
my
made you
past.
Yeah, that's fair. I was gonna say like a 6 because it like was an 8 because of the baby talk, but then the fact that it was satire like brought it back a little bit for me.
Maybe I just watched. So I do watch a lot of cringe stuff, so maybe I'm desensitized. This is like a 3 to me. Like it was like something funny for the kids.
I mean, again, it's only that high because it made me
This is the
relive
one that
my
we're
actual
starting
past.
with for a
yeah,
reason.
I think that there are some worse ones. So for this
Yes.
second one, we're gonna take a look. This one is by I had shown Emily another one by this at Seth Shyrock, and he was talking about a woman on her period, and she was like, "Babe, we can't have sex. I'm on my period tonight." And like the good man that he is, he was like, "I don't love you for your body. Like I love you for you." And he got her some snacks, and
And then a
I'm
tear
not
fell
like
down
the
his
other
face.
guys.
yeah, he's not like he did tell us also that he's not like the other guys. And then at the end, he says, "Race you to the couch." So it kind of, again, we can infer here that they had like a cozy couch night instead of fucking. So we're gonna watch another one from Seth Shyrock, and I think that we can narrate this one. Since I can't play the sound since it's copyright written. Who would like to be the girlfriend and who would like to be the man of the hour? Any takers? I'll be the girlfriend.
Okay, I guess I'll be the man of the hour.
Why'd you
sitting
say
this
that?
one
So
out. I can't do it. I can't
So-
read that.
you're gonna do the next one then. You know what that means. The next one's even worse.
Oh no.
Okay.
Are you gonna like pause it like you did the last time you did these, or are you just gonna like keep going?
No, we'll pause it because it goes a little fast. Daddy, hurry! Daddy, please!
Yes.
You're staring.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I like it.
Why'd you call me?
I want you. We are home alone.
No,
Why not?
your parents caught us last time. They like me. I don't want to ruin that.
One more time,
No.
please?
I said no.
But baby,
Don't get it twisted. It's not like that.
please, for me?
Fine.
Don't get it twisted.
There was such a shift from don't get it twisted. Fine.
Yeah, why was he putting up this? Kiana brought a good point up when we watched this one earlier, where she was like, "Wait, they're alone at the girl's house. Why is he the one putting up the fight?" Like,
Yeah. Also, it really seems like she was like literally like chilling, and she was like, "Please, I desperately want to like bang right now when my parents are not alone." And he's like, I'm actually quite fine." So she seems a little pushy, you know.
Was the premise of this that like he was just like chilling in another room of her house? Like,
Yeah.
was he just like watching TV in her parents' living room
Yeah, it feels
by
like
himself?
that's a good
That's
point,
weird.
Emily. He does at the beginning of the video for audio listeners. He opens the door because she's like calling him into a different room.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Why'd you call me? Like, why are you like? I'm busy over here in another room of your parents' home."
Wait, that's a good. Why was he doing that? What was he doing in there? What's he doing in there? Yeah, I was like, he kind of like, because it's like not a consent thing where he was like, no, I'm not in the mood or something. Like he was like, oh no, I'm down, but your parents caught me last time and they like me. So I'm like confused because if they're not, they've clearly not been home for a long time because he's been vibing in their house. So he put up like a big fight and then said, don't get it twisted, all for it to fall down with just like a please for me. And he was like, okay, all right, sounds good.
Yeah, he really just didn't care. He was like, yeah, your parents like me, but secretly I don't really care.
I just have no words. I don't know how to react.
Can we talk about how his parents like him even though they caught them fucking the first time?
I guess once was okay, but twice.
But yet
That's
they
their limit.
left
They
them
wouldn't like him
alone
anymore.
together in their house. Are we implying that he snuck over after they're gone and now he's just like chilling?
Yes, but only to sit
Ah.
in a different room and not talk to her. That's the only
He's
reason
watching the
he-
game, Emily. Come on.
They have a nice TV. That's all.
He's watching the game.
Right.
It was a
Because I feel
Saturday.
like if
I thought he
they
wasn't
left
like
them
the
al-
other boys.
That's a different POV. So
Okay,
I'm
okay.
assuming the character is a little different. There might be some nuance in his character
There's a lot of-
portfolio.
Yeah, I can tell there's a lot of that.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. That's what the parents are thinking. Like, fool me
Yeah,
once.
like if the parents actually left them alone, do you think they're like, I hope they don't fuck? Or you think they're just like, whatever?
I don't even know. I guess
I
they're
can
just like,
never
I
know.
hope they don't. I feel like in this scenario with these parents who are leaving their kid home for an extended amount of time, it must be like, oh man, I sure hope they don't do it again.
I sure hope to God I don't open this door and I see my child doing something I don't want to see.
Props to them for sneaking in if that is the narrative and not just like them being there, because I could never. I was like too good of a kid. One time I snuck my boyfriend into my house during the day, during the afternoon, just to hang out after school. But my parents had a rule where I wasn't allowed to have boys or like anyone, like any friends at the house when they weren't there, which is like totally fair. I was a high school senior and I snuck my boyfriend into my house and we were making out on the couch downstairs. and no one was coming home because my mom was like staying late and my dad never came home till like 6. And so we're just gonna have a little fun hang, and then I like send him on his way at like 4. So like, because high school got out at like 2, like time is
Yeah.
different. So I like send him on his way at like 4 and just like live my life. I was a good girl. And then I hear the jingle of keys at like 2:30, and I'm like, who the fuck is home this early? And it was my dad. And I like see him in the mirror, and we're in the basement, and there's a door to like the outside. Like we're in the family room, and then the basement, like the storage room is right there, and then in the storage room there's a family room that goes, or a door that goes out to the outside. So it's like, go, like run into the family room, like, or the storage room, go. And my boyfriend's like, what? I'm like, go, bitch, go. There's not much time.
Oh my
He was like,
God.
wait, what did you say? I'm like, go. And by that time my dad had opened the door, and he was like, hello. And I was like, oh hey, I was just about to drive him home. And he was like, yep, take him home now. And I was like, okay.
The fact that I can like picture this interaction,
Of course I got in trouble. I actually got my car taken away.
The fact that I would say I'm the boyfriend, but honestly I'm not. I'm not that dumb to sit there and
I mean, honestly, shout out to him. He was nice and he was just trying his best, but it was like a little scarring for me. I
yeah.
was like, I'm never bringing him here again. And I don't think I did. I think that was the last time.
That was the last time.
I mean, after your father caught you guys like making out, he probably was like,
Oh my gosh,
don't
we
know
were not
what they were
making out,
doing.
thank goodness. But like you could tell we had been, like obviously. Have I told you guys the story about how a band director walked in on a different boyfriend and I making out?
No.
Do you want
Maybe
to tell
that's-
this to the pod, or you want to?
One time was dating my boyfriend who was also in band, and we had been dating for a couple years, and we were making out in the like I don't know, like the music storage room or whatever. And the band director just opens the door, and it's like he's against I'm against the library, like not like passionately, like we were just standing, but like my back is like towards like the shelves facing the door, and he was like facing me, so he couldn't see her come in, but I could. And then she walked in and was like,
For audio listeners, Emma just made a straight face of just confusion.
I like pushed him off, and then later she pulled us into her office and she was like, in the future, like it's not like an appropriate thing to do. We were like, yeah, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It was one of the worst days of my life, hands down. Like I've never felt more embarrassment. I've never felt like I couldn't look her in the eye anymore. Like I just couldn't. She was actually a really bad director, and she told me that I wasn't as focused on my music as I should be because I was dating boys. She did tell me that.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know,
she was
those
like,
boys.
you're not
This
as
is high
focused.
school. You
She's
were
like, you're not as dedicated.
Musician.
In high school, it was.
What?
I don't know. She like pulled me into her office again and was like, because like, oh my god, my high school band program, I could make a whole episode about it because it was fucking nuts. But they had like band moms who would like put on uniforms and like volunteer, and my school was like a suburban like school with like mostly white like affluent people, so like the band moms were crazy. It's like dance moms, but like a little less intense. And they had a list of all the couples in band, a list. So when you would go on like field trips and stuff, or like field trips like with band, they would be like, these two can't sit next to together on the bus because they're gonna like make out in the dark, which people would do. To their credit, people would
Why
do
was
that.
the bus dark?
I was not one of them, thank you.
Because on overnight trips, it gets a little dark.
Oh, okay. I'm just picturing like you going on like a field trip in the morning. I was like,
Someone in band, that's not true. I made out in the director's closet, but on the bus, I never made out with anyone in the dark, even though I had boyfriends in band. But this one girl gave her boyfriend a hand job on the band bus.
No.
How did we get here? What did we...
I
yeah,
just
I
don't
don't.
know.
I don't really know. I don't know how to divert ourselves back to the TikTok.
I'm trying to remember how I got
We were talking about sneaking boys into our house.
sneaking boys, yeah, like the TikTok. Sorry. Anyways, that's what I was scarred by that. I was scarred. I think sneaky behavior is just not it for me.
That's fair.
Obviously, given the band incident as well. So I'm gonna give this one a 3, not a 3, a 5 out of 10 cringe for me.
Yeah, this one's got to be like an 8 for me. Something about that kid's face, like I can't. I'm sorry to him, but I just
I'm gonna say a 7.
and just his
Seth Shyrock,
his feelings that he's not like the other boys.
but he's
I
not,
can't
and
deal with
people should
it.
know about that.
I can't watch it. I wish I hadn't seen the one you sent me the first time, and I wish I hadn't seen this one.
multiple
sorry.
times.
I'm sorry. I did bad. Go ahead, Kiana.
Okay.
Oh, I said I was gonna give it a 7 because he was doing stuff with his mouth that I just like was so distracted by.
That's what it is for me. You've
And
just
I was like, please stop
hit the
biting
nail
your
on the
lip or
head.
like
That's what
licking
it
your
is.
lips. Like
Yeah.
It's the
Lots of lips.
expressions.
it's loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Is that sexy?
Just like that.
Just like that. Oh, we might get copyright if we say.
Okay, this is the last one.
We're kind of famous now. I don't know if you guys know this or not.
Totally.
We're so famous. This is the last one, and God, it's the worst one. I'm just gonna say it. It's the worst one.
I wish I hadn't given the last one an 8 because this one's gonna be off the charts.
Emily, it's your turn.
Okay.
Ready, Emily? You
Yep.
can start with what it says on the screen now.
I'm just reading the subtitles. Okay. Eating hot dogs with my girl's family. Her grabbing mine. Me, shocked. Her, ha ha ha. Her dad.
What's he doing, Emily? What's the dad doing?
He's eating a hot dog and he's also noticing what's going on. I don't know how to narrate what just happened there.
Basically, this boy is eating hot dogs with his girlfriend and her family. And mid hot dog meal, the girl, because all girls are so sexually promiscuous in this way, we can't go through one meal without wanting to touch someone or have sex. So she grabs her boyfriend's hot dog. You can infer there. And he makes these wild faces because I guess she's touching his dick.
And she's a one-touch wonder.
So like someone else we know. But I won't elaborate on that. And then the father is also eating hot dogs and looking him in the eye while this boy is getting his hot dog touched. So that's kind of the gist.
Like, why does he stick his tongue out at the end?
Because he's enjoying himself.
That's not a reason.
What is cute?
Oh my god. You're
What are you doing?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was getting really dark and you can't see my face because, my dark skin. So I turned on the lights.
You just got up while we were talking.
Sorry. I thought we were at a lull that I could easily get up and fix it while you guys were still talking, but it seems like I brought attention more to myself. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's talk. I'm also, honestly, tag yourself. I'm the dad trying to enjoy his hot dog, but seeing his daughter grab her boyfriend's dick. Being
Yeah,
like,
I'm the hot dog. Not his hot dog, the dad's hot dog. No, the hot dog the dad's eating. That's who I am.
I don't want to be anyone else in the scene, so can I also be the dad?
You can be the dad's glasses. They look kind of
Great.
nice.
That's me.
This one was awful, just terrible.
I have a question. Are there female versions of these kind of TikToks? Are girls being and my boyfriend wants to have sex or like something like that.
I'm sure there are, but I feel like the ones that come up and that people roast more are the guys because it's just like I don't know. Like I feel like with the girls, it's less about that, and they're like more thirst trap TikToks. Like I feel like it's less POVs like this. Like this like cringy POV is like much, I think, much more dominated by like men than anyone else.
Yeah.
There are good POVs done by women, like not like this, that aren't cringe, but they're not like this. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
At least from what I've seen. I have no clue.
See, I'm not in the TikTok fandom, so I don't know.
The fandom.
The fandom.
I just like go to AO3 and look up TikTok.
I mean, I'm sure there's like tags for TikTok stars because like AO3 has archive of our own. Please sponsor us. I read from you every night. My eyes are bad because of all the fan fiction I read every night.
Yeah, sponsor us. Go ahead. I'm not on there. I was more of a Wattpad gal, but I just haven't found the right fandom. I think I might have actually, but I'm not going to disclose that on the pod.
I kind of want to know. We'll talk about it after this.
We'll talk about it later. Anyway,
Emily, have you ever read fan fiction before?
Good question.
I mean, it definitely wasn't like a thing that I did. I feel like I have, but like more in the context of like kind of like this, where it's like, ooh, this is super cringy. Like the kinds that are very, very cringy.
I used to
rather
love
than
this
like
stuff though.
Oh, this
like
is
this that we're
enjoyable,
watching?
you know.
Like no, like when I was younger, like cringe level stuff where it's like this. This is stuff I was like, yes, this is true romance. And then like I grew up and I was like, this is horrible. Why did I enjoy this? Like
yeah.
I do kind of feel like these POVs probably meet the same like they have the same vibe for like the new generation that like the really cringy fan fictions had in like the mid 2000s.
yeah, I mean, you
Or,
guys
like,
all read my
2010s.
book about the spies, and I just got all my writing skills from fan fiction at that point.
Yeah.
That was a good book. Kiana was a fan fiction writer, you could say. And she had a nice little story about spies and how they were like, were they like they didn't like each other?
Yeah, I did a classic they, will they, won't they? Friends,
Yeah.
lovers, you know.
Will they? Won't they? Guess we'll just have to read Kiana's like teen writing yourself
You'll never know
to find
until
out.
you read it.
It was really good, but she has one about a college, which I like a lot too.
I did one about vampires, and that.
Yeah.
I liked that one.
What about vampires with the girl is accidentally rooming with the guy? And they're like, oh no, how did these shenanigans happen? And I guess we just have to be roommates.
I enjoyed it.
It was good.
That was a fan fiction that I did enjoy.
And the plot twist at the end was that she was like a werewolf, I think. That he was going to be a werewolf hunter. And he's going to be like...
That's a good book. I would read that.
Yeah, I mean... And then I stopped after like chapter 2 because that's what happens to all my writings. I just like get stuck and then I never finish it. But yeah, I still have it. Like, I like to read it again and be like, I did have some good ideas going around in here.
No, they were good ideas. And I think in a similar vein to Teen Kiana as a writer and these POVs, they really have to like explicitly tell you what's happening. Like Kiana was just like there's no plot. Like there's we've talked about inferring. And Kiana's had plot, but there's some times where she would be like, oh no, I am a vampire. Like, oh no, since I am a vampire, this is happening to me. Or we are spies, so we must do this. And in these POVs, it's like, we are eating dinner. She grabs my hot dog. Like, it's very like, we have to tell you what's happening.
Yeah, I also like, there's also like times where I just describe outfits like to a detail where you just like don't need. I was like, they are wearing black skinny jeans with holes on like left and right with like black Converse with stripes. Like, to details where people are like, okay, we get it. Like, you can move on away from
Thanks.
this.
No, we need to know what she's wearing.
Yeah, we need to know the exact outfit.
Helps us picture it.
Yeah. Exactly. This one was awful. I hate when men do this. I just like pushing that narrative, like I was joking about earlier, that like women can't control themselves at any given. I mean, even in all of the like the cringy ones we've watched today, besides like the first one that was jokey, she's like begging for the sex and he's the one like giving in or going along with it, and it's just irritating. Like
I
that's
feel like that's exactly why it's so cringy, because it's like these like
yeah, that's a good
young
point.
men like building this narrative in their head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
and I'm
like,
sure
women
it
want
happens,
me.
but like it's weird that they're like pushing it, you know? Like they're just
Yeah.
like, yes, my girlfriend wants to have sex with me every single moment. That she would love to be caught by her parents. That's how like desperate she is. Because both the last two
Oh
were
yeah.
like fears
Oh,
of being
yeah.
caught by parents, but they're like, whatever, like throw caution to the wind.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're so right. In like a weird, creepy way though, not like in a fun, like they're sneaky that can be fun. Like go to the wood. I don't know. I'm not gonna make good examples.
Go to the woods.
Take a
Go in
hike.
your car in the woods.
Oh my god, I don't want to talk about every single ex on this podcast, so I'm not going to. But I have a car story for another time.
We won't talk about it. We'll talk about it on our own time. Sorry, listeners.
We should. I'm saying we should do a truth or drink episode. I think it would be fun, and I keep bringing it up. These would be good time for those stories.
Hey, listeners, if you want us to do a truth or drink episode, please comment
Let us know.
below.
Or text us and be
Yeah,
like, should we
DM
do
us.
one? Yeah, because I think it'd be fun. If you don't know what truth or drink is, there's like cards and someone else can make them. So it's not like, because like we know a lot about each other. So like, there's not a whole lot of secrets between us, but like, it would be fun. We could get like one of our other friends or someone else to like write the questions. And the premise is you either like answer it or take a shot. So, and there's like a finite amount of questions. It's like 10 or something like that. Like, it's not like as many as you want. So it can be fun. I think it would be a good pod for stories so our listeners can get to know us a little bit better.
Yeah, it could
You
be like our
already know us.
episode 0.
Yeah.
A little background to our lives.
Yeah.
It was
I
right
got
left.
I got off track again.
I mean, it's
You
easy to
did.
get off track on the TikTok episodes because like TikToks are like 10 seconds. So you're like, yep, I'm kind of done.
We
Don't know what else
explained
to
it. We
say.
said what happened. Yeah.
I give this a 10 out of 10 cringe. It's awful. I really just this guy is also like notorious. I've seen so many horrible things from him and I really just can't stand him. So 10 out of 10 cringe for me.
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because I really hated it, but I don't want to close off the possibility that it could get worse.
That's true.
Because
Yeah,
I believe it could.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Emily. I'm gonna do a 9 out of 10 because like I don't know, I feel like I've seen cringier. Like that one that we watched a couple episodes ago with the guy and the belt. That was like
Oh yeah.
that was
that
horrible.
was bad. I forgot about that one.
But yeah,
That's
so
a
I'm
good
gonna get a
point.
9 out of 10. I also kind of did like the guy's glasses. Should I go like wireframes?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
I'll
If you think
about
Kiana should get wireframes,
it.
put
Comment
it in the
below.
comments below. Well, that's all we have. So let us know if you want a truth or drink or whatever. Not
I also
whatever.
hope you guys enjoyed our tangents because we had a lot of them this episode.
Yeah, and
learned.
don't support B.O.B.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sad because I did enjoy listening to beautiful girls all over the world, but I guess I can't.
I know that whole rap. Like I could rap it right now.
Okay.
Sorry. that's
Do
all.
it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it.
Oh.
Is it
I need to
performance anxiety?
I need to refresh my memory. But I probably
Guess you don't know
could.
it.
Oh,
Dang.
I think that means that this will be saved for another time because I'm being
This
chastised.
is a truth or drink question. Can Emma
Ooh.
act truth?
Yeah,
And Emma actually rap the whole entire verse. So.
that
I
will.
can.
It'll be like the last question after you've already had a few.
I can also
drinks.
rap Nicki Minaj's Monster verse.
I used to be able to rap
That's another
the
option.
the Love the Way You Lie Eminem
I
song.
love.
I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like.
Oh my god.
I also
Wow, that's-
don't really like Eminem, so I don't really know why I really latched onto that song in particular, but
I latched on to
Felt
"We
it.
Made You" by Eminem. And then it was my voicemail in 7th grade. I like put it as my voicemail, and only my mom called me because like people only texted, so like only my mom called me. She's like, "What the hell is like? You need to change this. This doesn't say your name. This doesn't say anything. You're like cussing. Like you need to." Change.
Oh wow.
she's like, what the heck?
She's like, "Did you get home okay?" Wait, what? Oh my god, we need to stop. I've already shared too much.
Yeah, let's hurry up. Okay, let's finish it.
All right,
And that
like
was...
and subscribe.
Oh, yes. Right. Back to
And
Let
this
us know what you
was-
think in the comments, as long as it's not mean.
If it's
Yeah.
mean, I'm gonna give you a thumbs down. All right.
True.
This was
Um,
What
what
did
did
you
we just watch?